Y'all ready for this? I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it.
Come on, let's do it.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Give it up, go.
Welcome to the big show.
All right,
Oh,
that's good for the early folks. They can hear the early folks. That usually gets them pumped up.
there you go. I could see you in a club blowing the whistle a lot.
No, I am definitely not the club goer.
Starting the Congo line. No.
No.
Well, everybody, welcome to our sales call, man. This is one of our most popular calls. And we have a popular guy here today, Mr. JaVaughn Spencer. He's an owner. He acts like an owner. He's also owner of Level Up Leads with his sidekick, Betsy Bar. And man, like we were talking before we started the Zoom of Doom here, you're Mr. Popularity, popular dude in Symmetry. You killed it last week on the national stage. Over 3,500 people there, Stephanie Trumpler. 3,500 people last week on the call. And JaVaughn and Betsy just, you guys were tangoing in front of all of us. Exciting stuff. And so I'm going to turn it over to Mr. JaVaughn Spencer. Looking forward to this call, ladies and gentlemen. Get your notepads out, write it down, learn it, love it, and let's prosper. JaVaughn?
Let's do it. All right. So my name JaVaughn Spencer, direct to Mike and Christine Rife, Brad and Kira Gainey, Coach Garvey, KP, Michelle, and Lynn Watkins. So really wanted to jump in on this call and was like, man, what can we go over? What can we go over? And as you saw the title, Building Trust Before and After the Sale. And I'm just going to, assume everyone is doing digital leads. At this point, we're all I'm just going to assume we're all digital at this point. And a lot of when we were building out and starting digital, a lot of bumps and bruises, right? Because there's a lot that goes on in the sale, but a lot happens before the sale. And I wanted to go over this with you guys because these are blind spots that we were able to do. We were able to get over it back in the day. These things were non-existent back in the day. And I want to bring it to you, please bring pen and paper. And then at the end, I'm going to open up the floor for questions or get a little bit more deeper involved. But first thing foremost, let me share. And I did my own editing. I really have a whole design team, but they were not available as quick as I needed them to be. So you guys bear with me. I made it as pretty as I can. This is directed and produced by me, Joe, right? So first and foremost, building trust before your appointment. Guys, this is probably the make or break of just about every sale, especially in digital. Why is that? Because we're not hidden anymore, right? The moment that lead gets your name, they're going to start searching for you. So I'm going to bring up, and I'll try to pay attention to the chat. Oh, okay. You need to identify yourself, identifying yourself up front. And when I say up front, it's like literally, if you guys ever heard any of my trainings on the Level Up side, as soon as you get that client on the phone, you need to be sending over your business card. And how that I'm looking at who's in front of me, Miss Steph. I'm not going, Kevin. I'll pick with Kevin. Hey, Kevin, this is JaVaughn Spencer. Hey, and this is during the appointment, guys. So I'm in the appointment, and hey, before we get started, let me send over my business card that identifies myself. It has my national producer number on it. Because if you're like any of the people that, like, if you're like me, I like knowing and seeing who I'm talking to. And it also has my national producer number on it, which is like my social. Guys, this is the first, like, I'm not going down the whole, not going down the whole thing without identifying myself up front. Okay, and why is that? When I started doing this, guess what I don't get at the end when I ask for their social? I get no pushback. Guess what started happening when I send this? I got no pushback for social. I get no pushback for banking info because I made sure, hey, before you even ask me, I want you to see who I am up front. That's number one. I think we miss it so much. We just assume, we're visual people, right? They've been getting texts. They probably been getting alerted from me left and right, but now I'm here. Okay. You have my contact info. You have my carriers. Why is that awesome? That's letting them know I'm a broker. Like, this is branding. They might not know the guy in the picture, but they'll at least heard of someone below. So I like to recommend putting your carriers or who you represent just to make sure you just stand out a little bit above the rest. And then I always lead it with my national producer number is like my social security number for life insurance. This is how they're going to identify me. Okay, so that's up front. So that's an easy one. Here's where we're going down tough a little bit more. Guys, this is 2024. You have to have a LinkedIn page. Guys, you have to stop what you're doing today, unless you have appointments, and you have to have a LinkedIn page. I even went a little bit further and made it pretty. I'm proud of myself for having my hyperlinks and everything. I haven't done this in years, but on your LinkedIn page, it needs to identify yourself. If you have a family, let's see what it does when I go to my LinkedIn page, right? And they should not go too far without seeing what it is that you do for a living, right? Oops, I post a lot, right? Guys, your clients are seeing you. Once your name come over, they're researching you. And this is a professional social media for professionals, and they need to see professionals. Can they go 3 or 4 swipes on your social media without knowing about your family, without knowing about what you do for a living? Can they learn anything from you? Because this is how you become an authoritative of the space. Do they know anything about you before they meet you? Right. So I'm bringing this up first and foremost. They need to be able to see you up front. Do they know that you're in life insurance when they go on your page? Next, Facebook. I'm throwing all of it out there. My Facebook page, right? Yes, it's social media. I don't want to touch it, but guys, these are digital leads. Guess where they came from? Any idea? Just throw it in the chat. Where do you think they came from? Anybody? Facebook. Social media. Thank you. They came from social media. So if you're one of those agents that says my social media is just for me and no one else, you lost. You cannot, they're coming into that. We met them in that world. So they're checking you out immediately from the first time that first lead gets Kevin Gable's name on that text out that I'm your advisor. They're going to peek. Who's this Kevin guy? Can they go on your social media and scroll up 5 times before seeing what it is you do for a living? One, hope. Life insurance, what have you, business, life insurance, tax-free retirement. Can they scroll on your page 5 times without finding what you do for a living? If they can do that on your private page, are you the authoritative that they want to deal with? Right? Just because they booked the appointment, these are still signs that they're still wanting to deal with you. Because I promise you, there's four more ads that cross their page in that time, right? So can they go on your social media and discover what you do for a living without you even meeting them? If they can't, you guys, we have to fix that, because this is how they know what you say and what you do during your appointment. Like, wow, this is what he does. He's the professional out here. TikTok. Can you go on your TikTok and show that you help families with life insurance? How many scrolls can you go through on your TikTok? Are we catching the point yet, everyone? How many scrolls can you go through on your TikTok before you're like, golly, all this person does is talk about life insurance? He must know what he's talking about when I finally get there. This is how you command the space. All right. I brought some tools because it might look like a lot on the first sight, but it's really not. This is a tool. It's $25 a month. It's called Repurpose. You shoot one video and then it puts it to all your social media automatically. So it might look like you're spending hours and hours. This literally can take you an hour a week to do. And anyone camera shy, let me share with you, I was so camera shy for my first year. I knew it had to be done because I believe in digital. I knew it had to be done, but I was so camera shy that I ended up paying an influencer to do it for me, which was a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing because it worked, bad thing because they come in now on my page looking for her, right? So it works. So I just want to drop that tool, Repurpose, pretty quick and easy. You shoot a TikTok, it puts it all over. Guys, this is why they just flood. All right. So brand new, no one has videos. I want to give you 5 videos that you need to have on your social media by bare minimum. Bare minimum, you just need to knock it out today. The simple, easy peasy to do. Real quick, 5 videos. What is term life insurance? What is whole life insurance? In your own words, just a real quick, what is term? What is whole? What is life insurance with living benefits? Answer this question, Debbie. Is it possible to get life insurance with pre-existing health conditions?
Yes.
These are T-ball questions, right? These are alley-oops. Can life insurance cover final expenses? What am I going to do with those videos? I'm going to not get it. Let's get it out of our mind that I'm shooting that for my Facebook friends. No, I'm shooting that so that when someone checks me out, Dave and Chase, when someone comes look at me on social media, I'm giving some content. I'm not hidden anymore. And I'm sending that to my leads that didn't respond to me. That lead didn't respond to me, but hey, Chase, real quick, I just shot a video called What is Term Life Insurance? I'm going to send it to you. Let me know what you think. I can send that to 40 people. I can do a quick blast, send it to 40 people, and someone's going to click on it just to be able to get a piece of me. We cannot be hidden anymore, ladies and gents. So building the trust beforehand, if I'm building it up front, I'm doing 5 videos per week minimum. 5 per week. That's like bare minimum. You can and I'm not saying record them every day. I'm talking about my shooting day is Sunday. I shoot Sundays, knock out, answer 10 questions about life insurance, the smallest, minute things. You feel free to go on my page, check it out. And it's literally what's term, what's whole, why is life insurance for children? Like, it's just, they have to be able to see that you are in this space because these folks are looking you up. Okay. 5 videos per week, knock them out in literally 45 minutes, 3 posts per day on your social. If you help someone, post about it. If you just talk to a new recruit, post about it, right? Are you in business? Like your social media is now your billboard. Why? Because they're looking at you. Let's stay away from politics. I recommend staying away from foul language. Attempt to try to do questions of 90 seconds or less. Do not overthink. There's no one that knows you messed up except for you. I recorded full videos. By the time I looked at it, it was posting and I had something on my nose. I was like, man, I'm not re-recording this. It is, they got something on their nose too. It is what it is. I'm done. Don't overthink, just press record and talk. Right. It was funny, this Saturday, JJ and I met up and he was asking questions and he was telling me about, an agent, like, what do you do with agents full time? And I said, what's full time? He says, well, agents that's full time are spending $500 a week. I said, no. That's not full time anymore. Are you putting content out there so that you can be an authoritative in your space? We can't just buy, like we can spend as much as we want, but we can still get more juice out of our leads, out of our warm market, out of everything, and building that trust so that when I say something, and I can send this to my leads. So I'm doing this, I'm making content for my leads and future clients. Why my leads? Because I think your leads, they came from social. If you send them a video that you just shot about something that's attached to your social, what's the chances that they'll click on it to learn about you? In the chat. If I send you if I sent you a Facebook video or TikTok that I just talked about life insurance, and you're my lead because you were interested in life insurance, you just have not responded to me yet, what's the chances that I click on it and now meet you? Very high. There we go. Right. But if we're just stuck with, I'm just going to call and call, we can do that, but let's get more proactive with it. Right. Bring them into our world. Okay. But you got to do a little bit of groundwork, a little bit up front. 5 videos, knock those 5 out. You can send those to the next 500 leads from there. All right. Where am I? Okay, man, that was 20 minutes. All right, let's keep on trucking. All right, now we're going to go over, that was building trust before the appointment, doing a lot of that groundwork, doing that legwork, getting uncomfortable. Now let's talk about building trust during your appointment. Okay. Oh, how did that get there? All right. No, I did that on purpose, but I wanted to highlight this because everything I'm about to show you now is in the Level Up Leads resources, and you guys all have access to it. So I just wanted to show you where that is in the middle of the page. And then what I'm about to go over here is what we call the living benefits graphics. Okay. And this is very important. And again, building trust during your appointment, right? I'm going to say I never present payments without explaining this first. Guys, if the moment that you do your whole presentation, but whenever you get down to going over payment options, if you don't do this first, you are shooting yourself in the foot. All right. And what is this? We have to break down what's in the products. Right. And you all have access to this. You can even create your own. Right. This is just, I've learned this from Mike. I learned a version of this from Mike. Mike said he learned a version of this from Kevin. I don't know where Kevin learned it from, but all we did was make it pretty and colorful. All right. So this is, once I go through the client's health and I figure out which product I'm going to present, this is where product knowledge is going to be a must-have, because I know if I'm going to choose a IULE from Mutual, I know the living benefits that's in there. I can say that those were living benefits and it covered, but the client doesn't hear any of that, right? I'm going to go line by line. I'm going to, first and foremost, I'm going to send this over, text it over to them if I'm on the phone. If I'm on Zoom, I'm going to share my screen and go over it just like this. Okay. And I'm going to start. Death benefit is death, you die, it pays out. Chronic illness, this policy can include chronic illness if you're unable to do 2 or more of your activities of daily living for 90 days or longer. And what's activities of daily living? That's if you can't bathe yourself, dress yourself, feed yourself, hold your stool, or walk. If you can't do 2 or more of those, what's the chances of you being able to earn your income every single week? This also has the ability to have critical illness, which protects you and pays you up front if you have a heart attack, cancer, stroke, or kidney failure. You can be able to receive a portion of your death benefit up front, depending on the severity. Terminal illness. Terminal illness is if you were diagnosed with having 12 months or less to live. Most life insurance policies will only pay you if your eyes are closed. Our plans have the ability to pay you if you have a terminal illness and you were told you have that time or less. And last but not least, accidental death. Death by accident. That accidental death is the 4th leading cause of death in this country. The reason I separate it so much is because separate accidental death from any death is because accidental death only pays out if death is by accident, which is not health related. The death benefit will pay out if it's health related. Now, Kevin, question for you. Which one of these would you not want in your life insurance plan? Which one do you want us to take out?
I want them all.
Okay. I want you to have it all too, but I just don't want you to feel pressure that you have to have it if something's not important to you.
No, I want them all.
Want them all? Okay. Now, I learned this from Mr. Scott Forehand. Start packing. Once I hear someone is a little bit healthier and I hear children in the background or grandchildren, I'm going to present all of the options for them, as you just heard, right? Accidental disability is something that foresters have, depending on their age. And guys, this is why you have to know your product knowledge and which carriers and all of that stuff. I'm going to present a cancer policy, and I'm going to add as many children as I can. So from me being an agent, naked eye, I see that to be husband, wife, 2 children. I see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 children, 7, 8. That's 8 policies in that one presentation. And I have yet to discuss numbers yet. I need to go over the options that's important to them before I go over numbers, because if I bring out the numbers, they're going to start negotiating on benefits. And that's when you lost them. I need to get the benefits locked down before we even start talking about numbers, so that I can be crystal clear of what's in it, what's important to them, and then I can go and adjust the face amount to make sure the numbers are right, but never adjust the benefit. And then I said, which one of these do you not want in your plan? And you'll start to hear, oh, we already have cancer coverage at work, and I'm okay with the disability. Well, let us just do the death benefit, the chronic, the critical, the terminal, the accidental, and then some permanent for the children. Will anyone be upset with taking 5 apps instead of 8? Right? But we have to stop just presenting one policy. One is closer to 0. I'm going to present as high as I can, and then we just going to peel off the roof. And I figured this was the most prettiest way, the prettiest way to present, right? So this is with children. This variation is, you see less benefit. So this is probably going to be more of your final expense situations, and you can add on a cancer policy if you have, your health license, right? So I'm doing a traditional death benefit. Every policy has living benefit of some sort. So that's my terminal illness. And then I'm just going to present with a cancer policy. If they say no to cancer, but yes to everything else, am I upset? Are you upset, Ms. Pam, No, we're not upset at all. Because I'm still going to come back around with the cancer policy next month, next week. Okay. This one is I'm presenting with, again, another final. This is probably someone under 70. I'm presenting critical period with accidental death on top of it. Again, presenting two, okay if I settle with one. Right. One thing I do want to highlight, say I present this option here and I know the price is going to be best. Let's say mutual's price is best and it includes it all. Guys, if they say, I don't want critical illness, I don't want chronic illness, I just want the death benefit, and I know that the policy has it and it's still less expensive, if I go, guys, just don't talk about it. I'm just not going to mention it. It's still less expensive by them having it than not having it. Because the reason they're taking it out is because they assume that it's going to be less money. All right. So I've locked in. They told me that they do not want to get rid of anything. So now I'm the professional. So now it's time, and I call this always suggest less. I'm suggesting less. Now it's time to go over numbers. I did the presentation of I guess add-ons and riders and just products. And now it's time to go over numbers. And I'm still building my trust with Ford. So number one, I'm presenting three options. And if I'm typing, I'm all virtual. I don't do any in-home, but I present like this. I itemize if it's permanent, if it's accidental death. So the left side, as you see, has a cancer policy. But when I say suggest less, I'm going to write out option 3. And as soon as I write out option 3, I'm going to say, hey, Miss Caitlin, I really don't think that option 3 is totally necessary. It's a little bit high for me. I would prefer more comfort between option 1 and option 2. What do you feel? And Caitlin, what do you feel when I'm suggesting that here's 3, but I like less is best for me. What's your thoughts?
Well, I want option 3 now
You do? Why do you feel that you want option 3?
because I want that extra protection.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I definitely, is available to you. I just want to make sure you know that option 1 and 2 are available as well if it's more comfortable into your budget. But we definitely can do option 3 as well. Guys, did you notice that it wasn't my idea? It was her idea. I'm not selling her. I suggested less, but she fought me and had to back it up with a reason for option 3. So I'm going to give her option 3 all day long. But when she goes back and option 3 is like, if it ever gets tight, she can never say, man, that Spencer got me the highest. No, Spencer didn't. Spencer said, I like 1 and 2. Right? Same on the right side when presenting critical period. That was a critical period example that I closed over there. And same thing. Option 3 is the highest. Let me suggest less. Ended up going option 1 and happy. All right. Boom. What's this? Harry, why did you select that option? After the option is selected, just a little step back. Why did you select that one? Let them tell you, right? They should be repeating something in your presentation that is making them wrap up the application. Why did you select that one? I liked it. Like Caitlin just said, it even better. We didn't plan that. Like, that's the one that gives me the most protection. Perfect. I just want to understand, why you selected it. So digital world, right? As you know, the world is fast and the appointment moves fast. When I'm done with that application, I'm going to send a text message to from my personal line, not my CRM, because now they're family. They're now your client for life. You're their agent for life. This is your client for life, right? So now I'm going to send a text message with the amount that they selected, the payment amount. I want to send a text of their first payment date, should be within the next couple days, if not the same day. I want to I want to type in what the date that they decided to do reoccurring payments on, the carrier name, even though they filled out the application. I just want to put it back in their face. And I want to also talk about our next appointment. I'm sending this as a text as a wrap up, like this is locked in, right? This is why I deal with 99% instant issue, instant decision carriers, because I want to put the bow on it right then and there. This is who we're going with. This is who we're using. This is the payment date you selected. This is the reoccurring date. And what's my next appointment with you? And my next appointment that I'm offering is for us to review the policy when it comes in the mail. Guys, they're already afraid that they're never going to hear from you again. When the policy comes in the mail, we need to meet again. I want to make sure you understand everything that's in your policy. I'm going to ask a funny question in the chat. How many times do you think someone actually met with me to review the policy? Just curious. 7 years. How many people in the chat? How many people you think ever called me on that? 40? No. Yeah, KP closer, less than 10, zero. Like it literally was like nobody wants to redo this conversation again. They're like, I got it. Right. But if I take the stance like, no, I need to meet with you because I don't want you confused about what we did today. So we need to meet again. No, Spence, I'm a cut. Right. So it's just you making that stand because they expect you to run away. You got to let them know I'm here because I haven't even started begging for your family and friends yet. So I really got my work cut out. Right? Now, building trust. Y'all tired yet? Building trust after the appointment, right? So it's wrapped up. The policy's written. I sent my text message over, right? It's over there. They got me. What am I going to be doing now? How can I start building trust after, right? So picture time. Anybody who's on my social media, if I catch you on Zoom, I am taking a snapshot. I'm taking a picture. Now it's going to be by force. What is it called? What is it called? I forget how they say it, but either you're going to smile in the camera or I'm going to sneak a pic. But I'm going to take a picture of you on Zoom, one way or the other. Most of the time I do telesales, so I can't really sneak a pic. But all my mortgage protection I do via Zoom. And why is that? Because guys, we live in a world where people, when those new peoples go searching on my social media about how I conduct business and they see me on Zoom, wow, this is what he does. Right? You just took care of someone. You just took care of a family. You got to let the world know that you're open for business. They forgot, even though you said it yesterday. And a picture's worth of what? What is a picture worth? I can talk about life insurance until I'm blue in the face, but a picture is worth a lot more than I'm willing to talk, right? So it's picture time. I'm going to snap it. I'm going to save it. Going to, put a little nice old message that I can help you just as quick as I help them protect their family across the world, right? I'm always open for business. I promise you, it's this right here has attracted me more. Like when people saw how easy it is to get life insurance from, Mr. Dean is just Guys, I don't do dogs. I would have never met him. I would have politely, that would have not been me, right? But because of the business and the world we're in, I'm able to protect him, help him. Why do I not? Why do I want to keep that to just me? I want to keep it to the next person that's even considering getting protected. As simple as hopping on Zoom with me. Oh yeah. Oh, good question, Chase. I asked them, yeah, I do ask them if I can well, you'll see. I'm gonna get to that next. And then the next thing I do is I immediately add them to my social media. I add my clients to my social media platforms immediately because I know they're there because that's how I met them. They didn't find my page when they became a lead, but I know they're on social media. I just need to ask them which one. So now I'm going to add them to my social media and I'm going to say, Miss Pam, hey, you know how you can help me? Every time any of your friends mention life insurance or you know someone, just tag me. All you got to do is tag me and I will be right there. I will more than happy to help them. That's as simple as this. And I would sit there. Do you see me? Yes, you see me. Perfect. Yeah, I'm just telling you, I'm boring. I talk about life insurance all day. Nothing exciting. Talk about my kids. I laugh at my kids, laugh at my wife, and I talk about life insurance. That's my social media content in a nutshell. You use TikTok? Hey, I'm on TikTok. I drop tips and tricks all about life insurance all day long. If you see a video of mine and you can, if you see a video of mine and you can share it with someone in your phone, do you mind just tapping me when you do so? I would be more than happy to help them like I helped you. Going back to leveraging all that content I created, now it's time to put the person that I just helped, let them be the one to be like, man, this guy, I got my insurance guy. Do you think they'll be proud that I'm recording content that I was just, now they got that life insurance with living benefits that they didn't know about. And if you really want to be fancy, really fancy, and you really got that client that just loves you, hop on, write up 10 questions and knock out video testimonials. Ask them for reviews, video testimonials. Literally just, I did this for DFL because why? DFL is one of those unbelievable products. So I wanted to talk to the people that I wrote DFLs on and have them share their experience with me. And it literally took 15 minutes. And every time I talk to a new person that's interested in DFL, what do you think I do? In the chat, what do you think I do with the people that's interested in DFL? Boom, boom, boom. I send them my video testimonials. I send it to them so quick. Hey, you know what? While you're getting your data sheet together, let me send you the link to my YouTube where a few of my clients I took care of. Guys, I recorded that 2 years ago. It took literally 30 minutes to get everybody scheduled, 10-minute conversation, boom, boom. And I can still send that to edify myself, edify that I'm still in the business. And again, and I know what I'm talking about. This here is not like when Kevin and I were speaking, it's like, I'm not getting on to tell you how to spend extra money. This is all about initiative because the trust is all about how much activity you're going to do. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to send them over. Hey, you know, Miss Pam, you would be great with my agency. Do you know how strong it is to help someone and then try to hire them? You would be awesome. Like my team, we're looking for people just like you to work with us, and we work remote. So do you mind if I send you over and you just start offering them a position right after you took care of them? You can do this part-time, you can do this in between, and we do all the training right from home. And last but not least, pay them for their referrals. Right? They're a lead. I'm not anti-lead. I'm not anti-lead at all, but I promise you, I'd rather pay my referral $25 for connecting me with someone that's interested in life insurance that I just took care of than a stranger. If I got to choose my $25 wisely, I'm going to put them to work for me. And I don't make it so I'll pay you. It's like, hey, let me buy you lunch. You send me a client, I meet with them, let me buy you lunch. I would cash app you lunch. They are so ecstatic. Okay. It's so easy. Like, this is just what I do. I buy my clients lunch if they send me referral. Because they already bragged about me. I don't have to reintroduce myself all the time. I'm their guy. I usually do it after I write the policy as my like wrapping up thing. Boom, awesome. So this is my ending slide. And oh boy, I see faces. All right, hold on, Tom. Let me go to the chat because it was some good questions in there. Do you ask them to put a review on your social? No, not yet. I'm actually rolling out something really awesome that's going to do that with ease. But that's what's next. Okay, and do you ask them if you can post it, or how does that conversation go? Absolutely. Like, hey, can we take a picture from my social media folks, and maybe just smile, click, we done. Just smile. All right. Oh, let's see. Tom, let's talk to me.
Hey, JaVaughn, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. Still recovering from great 3 days down in Hopewell. Listen, first of all, there's, I always say that this noon training on Mondays is gold, and you need to not miss it. This is just elevated into the, top 10 of all time. My team needs to watch this. By the way, the 12 people, including myself, on my team, I see you on here. Good job. Those of you watching this recording, you know who you are. Make sure you get on these calls at noon on Mondays. JaVaughn, soup to nuts, just comprehensive. I love how you incorporated the social media throughout the entire presentation. But now I'm going to be the negative Nelly guy. Okay, JaVaughn, that presentation, man, that looks like a lot of work to put together. Oh my gosh. You do that for every client you meet with? How long does that take?
Man, every single one. As far as the living benefits slide.
The living benefits. I mean, you
Oh no.
customize it for every one of them. It's personal. How do you do that?
Oh no, the living benefits, I'm only going over one slide.
Okay.
Once I know which carrier I'm going with, I'm only pulling one up.
So it doesn't take that long to do this, right?
Not at all.
Not
No.
at all. Once you get a system down, it doesn't take long at all, right?
And the percentage of, even if it took an hour, if I skip a step, I just wasted it for nothing.
Yep.
You know.
And what did you see happen to your business when you started to approach it from this perspective?
I mean, it was trial and error. I'm hard-headed. I want to always skip steps. And I spent my first 2-3 years trying to break the system and let Mike know that he didn't know what he was talking about. And I lost a lot of money and a lot of time, And then when digital came, it was shaking right back up, right? So we had to figure out what we were doing in the home and then take our same steps digital, right? A lot of that behind the scenes, like posting and all that, that was equivalent to walking in, looking someone in their eyes, shaking their hand, taking your shoes off. That's what it's equivalent to, right? Am I the person, like, they're sizing me up? right? I have to do it. I have to put the extra work in up front. But here's the thing, the cool part about it is once I do it once, I don't have to do it again. It's not something that I do every week. It's done. I just need to put some time in to knock it out.
Well, buddy, again, I appreciate you. And I know what happened to your business because I watch the leaderboards and I see you on the top of the leaderboards on a very frequent basis. So thank you for opening up and sharing with us how you do that. I know my team is going to get a lot out of this because they're going to be watching this video. You know who you are. You weren't on here live. I'm going to seek
Oh
you out.
Lord, Tom, oh, awesome. Go talk to me, Debbie.
Hi, JaVaughn. Hey, I just wanted to clarify, back to suggesting when you're giving them the options, we're told that once you give them the options that we give them space, we be quiet and let them decide. So my question is that do you give them space after you give that last option, or do you go right into what you said as far as
Suggesting less.
the suggesting less? How does that look like when you're?
I'm kind of rolling into it at the same time, like, hey, because my number is really the middle number anyway, that I'm going to be in. So it's like, hey, I'm gonna put this up here, here's option 3. But again, less is best with me, because I don't want them to feel like they're about to disappoint me for not picking the top one, because they're conditioned for salespeople to go for the highest amount.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm just like, hey, I'm putting option 3 out here. I like less is best, but which one works best for you?
So when you roll through it like that, do you feel that the objection, do you get any objection? I got to think about it or anything once you do that, or is that pretty low? Or
It's pretty low. Worst come to worst is I'm way off and I have to create an option 4. I miss something if I'm way off, but very seldom am I way off, just because I've asked enough questions. I did the whole discovery there to lead to that point.
wow. Well, this has been fantastic, JaVaughn. You gave us so much gold in this call, and we appreciate you.
Oh, thank you for showing up. Miss Stephanie, talk to us.
Hello, how are you, JaVaughn? First of all, I really want to thank you for putting this together. Your time and effort, awesome. What I also see here, not only do I see, looking at it from a customer's perspective, it's reassuring because it shows that you are interested actually in the client. You're presenting to them where they would have less doubt, even though they may have a few questions, but everything is right there in front of them. So it kind of gives them an assurance to sign with you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I kind of gave you guys the behind the scenes, why you should know. Miss Kathy, I'm just laughing. But yeah, no, I just gave it to you like what we've been doing. Like we bumped our heads for years, like months and months of trying to figure this out. And now it's like why I won't stop producing, because once you get that rhythm going, once you get it, it's kind of like taking candy from a baby. Like it's not difficult at all. It's just this, hey, let me break this down for you. I'm more educated. I'm suggesting less. Let's get you approved. And then you're gonna be my friend for life.
True. It's like the Lamborghini of pitching sales. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see, chat, Miss Tori. Is all of this taught via Level Up? Majority. We haven't really added the social piece, but a lot of the Level Up folks that did the training, you see Rembrandt's, this is all over the sales training, and you guys have access to it now inside the sales training for sure. If you already have a slide with benefits, you can pull the same slide for others to explain. Yeah, the benefits don't change. You literally have 12 different options of what am I presenting. You know, if I hear children, I'm going to pull the one with the children. If I hear, you know, if I'm going final expense, I'm going to bring the death benefit and terminal up. If they're under 70, because why? Mutual of Omaha's accidental death stops at 70. So I don't want to present accidental death over that. If I hear a 70-year-old, I'm going to present that. If they're over 70, I'm not going to present that. So it's literally all the options in just 10 to 12 slides. But you have to know your product knowledge in order to know which products, which benefits are in the policy. Did you create the PDF yourself? Yes. Yep. There you go. You posted that. Thank you for that, Tyler. Yes. Counsel with your mentor. Thank you, Janet. Yep. Save me. Janet, save me. Yes. Counsel. And I'm good. If anyone doesn't have any additional questions, please thank you guys for tuning in, and you know, please knock it out.
Great job, JaVaughn. Way to go, man.
Appreciate it, KP.
Hey, put
Thanks
in the
for
chat real quick. Should we have JaVaughn back sometime?
having-
What do you think, people? Let's see what they say. Yeah, next week. Next week, yes.
I had to bring.
Thumbs up.
I heard how big this call was. I had to take my time. So I wanted to make y'all proud. So daily, no, I'm sorry. Capacity. But no, honestly, this is what we present on Level Upside, and we have this, and guys, I can't say it enough. This is what you're getting. We're giving you the tools that we use. So you have it. It's in the chat. Grab the resources. Don't make the errors that I had to. Yeah, you can use the good question, Doc. You can use the living benefit slides to present. I would not go over numbers until I show them that, because guys, in the client's mind, it's just life insurance. And if you don't take a moment to break down why you're different, you're going to be competing with Primericas. You're going to be competing with all the other people that State Farms. You're going to be competing with everyone if you don't take a step back and say, oh no, I got living benefits. And it doesn't matter which living benefit. You have something that no one else has. So if you're just rushing through it and just giving them the numbers because they asked for it, you are hurting yourself.
Yeah, it's not always how much and what it can do for them. And what does your flux capacitor have in it that the other ones don't?
And blast it from the mountaintop. So awesome. Yes, Tyler, call the carriers, learn the products. Awesome. Creates, variations of it. You guys make it a good one. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the kind words. Thanks, Kevin, for having me.
Yeah.
Guys, make it a good one.
Dude, JaVaughn, great job.
Peace.